Alright guys, so I am live and I'm going to go over our WIOA info session and let you guys ask some questions. Sorry if hopefully my audio's okay. I did have to switch to my cell phone as my computer wasn't letting me do it. So I hope everybody's having a good day today. And you're staying safe and staying healthy, because that is kind of the main goal in Pennsylvania today. So just drop an emoji if you're here so I can know that you're here. And I will get started here in a few minutes. I just want to see if anybody's going to hop on. Alright, so for anybody that doesn't know, when we talk about WIOA programs, we're talking about the Workforce Innovation Opportunity Act. So there's different programs that fall under that. You have the adult program, the dislocated worker program, and the young adult program. And I'm going to go into those a little more to let you know exactly what program you might fall into. So these workforce development programs provide an opportunity for dislocated workers, young adults, and adults to learn new skills and prepare for jobs. Employment is obviously our number one goal. So we're here to help you find that job that you want to pursue and things like that. So there's different eligibility requirements for these programs. I do want you to keep in mind that the dislocated worker and adult programs are exactly the same. There's just different eligibility. So dislocated worker is anybody receiving unemployment compensation or have exhausted their UC benefits. So if you think about it, what's going on right now, a lot of people may be or would be eligible for dislocated workers if they're receiving unemployment. They've received their financial determination letter and things like that. So that's what makes you a dislocated worker. For the adult program, it's the total household income, and it must be under 235% of the poverty guideline. So you can be working and just be considered underemployed, where you're not making as much, and still fall under that guideline of 235% of the poverty guideline. And for the young adult program, it's individuals between the ages of 16 and 24 who are not enrolled in school. So high school dropouts are eligible for the young adult program. If you're pregnant or parenting, if you've ever been involved in the justice system, adult or juvenile, and individuals with documented disabilities, homeless, foster children, or have aged out of the foster care system. So something that I want you to keep in mind, you could most absolutely be eligible for both the adult and the young adult program, but we would work together to determine which program would be best for you. So now I'm going to talk about some documentation that would be needed for a dislocated worker. So for all programs, we do need to prove that you are eligible. So we would need your social security card, driver's license, or photo ID, your unemployment compensation determination form. So that's that form they send you telling you how much you would receive in your claims. A layoff letter from your previous employer. Documentation of any general government assistance, such as food stamps or medical assistance, and then a DD-214 if you are a veteran. So for the young adult program, a lot of the same things are needed for eligibility. So social security card, DD-214 if you're a veteran, driver's license or photo ID, your birth certificate, household income if you have any, and then obviously documentation of any government assistance, and a dropout letter from the school district if you're applicable for that. So that's just some things to keep in mind for the young adult. Now, the adult program, Social Security card, driver's license, and photo ID, birth certificates for everyone in the household that are related by blood or marriage. So if you are married and have children, we would need birth certificates for everyone in the household. Also, income of household members related by blood or marriage. So if you are married, we would need income for you and your spouse, and things like that, just so we can make sure that you are income eligible. Once again, documentation of any government assistance you may be receiving, and a DD-214 if you are a veteran. So a lot of different services are offered through the WIOA dislocated and adult programs. Intensive case management, intensive job searching, individual employment plans, workshops, ONET assessments, on-the-job trainings, WIN and work keys assessments, and short-term trainings. With the young adult, this is where it is a little different. So a young adult, you could be eligible for a paid work experience in an OJT, training, career counseling, assistance in enrolling into post-secondary education, such as college, utilization of tools that help you determine the best matches for a career, help with your resume, job search assistance, interview practice, and driver's training. So intensive case management. This is monthly contacts with your career advisor to assist in your employment needs. Obviously, as a career advisor, I could contact you every day and help you work through anything you need to work through, but we do require monthly contacts. That's how our programs are successful, is by maintaining that contact with our clients. So intensive job searching, updates on employment opportunities that your career advisor feels fit your skills and preferences. And we do ask that you be applying throughout the program. Now, obviously, in a situation like right now, we're not enforcing that, I guess you would say. But typically, since employment is our number one goal, we do like to have you apply throughout the program for positions. So monthly workshops, these are offered at the PA Career Link. And we do resume writing and cover letters, career exploration, interview techniques and mock interviews, career computer basics, professional etiquette and networking. And then if you are enrolled in a WIOA program, we also offer job clubs. But this is for WIOA participants only. So ONET assessments, I don't know if anybody's heard of those before, but they're different tests you take on the computer. And recognition, relationships, support, and working conditions in a job. So an on-the-job training, so that's the OJT I was talking about. You would work closely with our job developer. She is our contact between our employers, so she knows what positions employers are hiring for, and what they're looking for in a applicant. So with an OJT, you are hired on by that employee or that employer. So you're on their payroll from day one. So what we're doing is we're reimbursing that employer up to 50% of your wages for 1 to 6 months. So you are their employee. We're just helping out with any additional training they would have to do for you to help offset that cost to them. But like I said, you are their employee for that time. And obviously the goal is that they would keep you employed after the OJT. So WIN assessments. So WIN is Worldwide Interactive Network. You can complete placement testing for applied math, reading for information, and locating information. And this prepares participants for the WorkKeys assessment. So the WorkKeys assessment is a job skills related assessment developed by American College of Testing. So the developers of the ACT and SATs. Once you complete this assessment, you do gain a National Career Readiness Certificate. But this assessment does measure your real world skills. So it's going to compare your skills as a job seeker to the skills required for a particular job. So say if you were interested in an LPN, it's going to have different levels that you would need to achieve in order to for us to know that you would be able to complete that training. So it goes over workplace documents, applied math, and graphic literacy. And then there's different levels of completion. So bronze, silver, gold, and platinum. And that's how we base the trainings correlate with those levels. So now we're going to talk about training, which is something that a lot of people come to us interested in. But I do want everyone to know that we are a nonprofit organization, so funding is never guaranteed, and also that employment is our number one goal. But there is sometimes funding available. So I want you to know that it is a short-term training, so it can only be a training that's up to 2 years, and it must be on the high priority occupation list. And from a state-approved provider. Now, I wouldn't want you to get too caught up in the high-priority occupation and the state-approved provider. As a career advisor, that's something I work really hard to figure out which training provider to use and which career you're looking for and if it's on the high-priority occupation list. So I wouldn't ever want you guys to feel like that's your job to figure out. A couple trainings that we do a lot and send a lot of people to are LPN and CDL. In Tioga County, those are high priority occupations in our area. Now keep in mind that every rehab office may be different on what is on their high priority occupation, but I'm pretty sure that LPN and CDL are statewide high priority occupations, but don't quote me on that. So you also must have applied for Pell Grants if the training accepts it. Now LPN, they do accept Pell Grants, but like CDL, that I have yet to work with a training provider where you can apply for a Pell Grant for that. Another thing that would prevent you from getting our funds for training would be if you have defaulted on your student loans. So in order for us to pursue training, we do want you to comply with the requirements of the program. So you don't just enroll in our program and we send you to training. We do like you to go to some workshops. We do have you do the WIN assessments and then take the WorkKeys exam. And then there's a packet involved and things like that to fill out. And it's really, it's up to you, and you're wanting to pursue training. So just know that. And like I said, we can't guarantee training because employment is our number one goal. And we do want you to get marketable skills for jobs in the area. So just a little recap of what career advising is. We link job seekers to appropriate positions, address barriers to employment, create an employment plan to assist with needs, and help participants put their best foot forward. So does anybody have any questions? Comments? Anything? I did pin my email. At this time, no tree hab staff are meeting with the public, but if you do have questions and you are interested, feel free to email me, and I can help you the best I can now. And once we are able to work with the public again, obviously set up an enrollment appointment. You can reach me Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 3:30 via email. And I try to answer as quick as I can. So if there are any questions, please feel free to send me an email, things like that. All right, well, I'm not getting any questions in the comments, so I'm going to go ahead and jump off here. But please feel free to leave questions in the comments if you're watching this later or anything like that, and I will respond and get back to you with answers. Also, feel free to email me, like I said. So, yeah, please share if you want to. Maybe somebody's interested in our programs. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.